Turf Business TV are here in the rainy north of England today, and it's just outside Manchester, and I'm joined by Dan Huffman, who's the head groundsman here at the AJ Bell Stadium. Dan, thank you very much for your time today. I'm sure you're very busy because you're right at the peak of the rugby league season, but you're looking after rugby league and rugby union here, which is not that common, is it?
No, I think there's only one other stadium that does it at the top flight, which is Leeds. So yeah, it has its challenges.
We'll come on to those a bit later on, but if we can just talk about your route into the industry. 25 years or so now, but you started out where?
I started out at a sports club in Stretford called the Kendall Club. Great little place, to be fair. We had Man City training there at the time because they were getting a bit of stick from fans because they were training at Platt Lane, and the Platt Lane was quite open in those days, and
right
before all the money came in to City, and they moved themselves about. So yeah, it was good there.
And you spent how long there?
About 3-4 years there.
So that gave you a good grounding.
A good grounding, yes. Then I moved to a couple of independent schools, and then I took a job at Stockport County.
That was a challenging time, I'm sure.
It was great, Stockport County. I really liked it there. It was a friendly little place, a friendly club. They were on the up at the time. They were flying high in what is now the Championship.
Yeah.
So I spent about 10 years there, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It's a shame to leave, to be quite honest, in the end, but you move on, yeah.
Where did you move to?
I moved to the Willows with the proviso that they were getting a new stadium.
Okay.
And I stayed at the Willows for 7 years
Right,
until the new stadium. So yeah, it was good at the Willows. It was a strange old stadium,
yeah.
with all the little quirks and stuff that old stadiums have. But yeah, it was interesting times there.
So was your role then more than just looking after the grounds? Or was it?
Yes, we did a lot of maintenance, cleaning stands, all kinds of stuff, helping with kits, folding season ticket applications, all kinds of stuff. Whatever needed doing, you just mucked in and got on with it.
So you did your time there at the Willows, the old stadium. New stadium's now on the horizon.
Yeah.
Did you have to reapply for the job, or was
I
it
did,
your job?
Yes, I had to apply for the job, which was a bit of a shock because originally it was going to be the club that owned the stadium, but it didn't transpire that way, and then I had to apply to the stadium company for the job, which obviously I was successful in. I'm quite pleased about. So yeah, that's the way that went. It was a bit touchy because when you've sort of been told that that's what's going to happen, and then something slightly different changes.
So you're now employed by the stadium rather than the club.
Yes.
And currently you have two clubs that you're kind of working for.
Two tenants, yes. So yes, it's having two clubs can be two lots of bosses, two lots of requirements. Not necessarily the easiest thing.
Two different agendas.
Yeah.
And they both want the best for their club.
Of course
that's
they do,
understandable.
Yeah. And trying to provide the best for them all the time is can be tricky.
I'm sure it can, but at the end of the day, you're responsible to the stadium.
Yeah, we're providing the service for the stadium, for the tenants by the stadium. So we have to keep the tenants happy, and that's we are in the service industry, so that's what we do.
So new stadium's on the horizon. You've applied for your job and got it back again. Does it get exciting then with a new pitch being constructed, and how much did you have an input into that?
I had quite a few meetings early on, just before the stadium started construction, and then a few more during the construction with the Peel and the other owners of the council about the different types of constructions, what may be put in, whether we'd have irrigation, the pitfalls of all the above scenarios of whether we go dual use and so on and so forth. So I had a little bit of, and obviously money has an issue, doesn't it? So they had a budget which they were going to stick to. So I was trying to get the best
For that
surface
budget.
we could for that budget.
So you go and you have a fibre sand constructed pitch.
Yes.
Is that what you wanted?
Initially, yes, I was happy with the fibre sand. Had we known that we were going to go dual use and have as much use as we do, I may well have wanted a more robust reinforcement, whether it be DESO or now SIS. You know, that might have been an option, but at the time...
But at the time it was just rugby league?
Rugby league, and there was some talk of football, which we have had and do still have. But I didn't think we were going to get the demands of rugby union, and therefore that's what we opted for.
Okay. So now if you did a pitch reinstall, you'd really be pushing for something that's reinforced in some way?
I'd look to have a more robust reinforcement, only for stability, because we don't have any renovation times really.
Right, okay.
The biggest renovation time we've had has been 4 weeks. So to turn a pitch round in 4 weeks is touch and go. So
unless you just install a pay or a fit and play kind of surface.
Yes, but
it's costly.
They're very costly, and money's always tight. Unfortunately, we're not in the Premiership football brigade, so we have to cut our cloth accordingly.
Having said that, for the environment that you're in, you're a well-resourced club to some other...
Yes.
Sorry, a well-resourced stadium, should I say.
Yes.
Possibly and probably because of that dual use, that does help a lot, yeah?
Yes, we are. These are the best sheds, the most amount of machinery I've had in my time in the industry. So we are very lucky in that respect, and it is a great little job, it really is. The demands on your time and the work you have to put in are large as well, but the facilities we are given, we've been given every chance to get the job done.